And yeah, this analysis, and this is gonna be the finale, by the way, and stuff that So we're gonna see how this race goes and stuff that maybe I didn't do the correct setting from the very start, but we should easily be able to beat the cars, right? Because we don't have that much less horsepower. But it feels like if the battery ends up being a clutch for this car, then that feels like that's gonna be really, really bad. But you see, their quickest is like 4 minutes or something like that, 4:02. What is mine? But I don't know how that car in front of me is rolling super, super quick all of a sudden, and stuff like that. Because it's no good if we cannot even pass them and stuff like that. And I know that there are cars I can easily win this with, stuff like that. But the thing is that you need to find a car that can be quick enough to do this and stuff like that, yeah, maybe use the Volvo and stuff that I thought about that, right? But I'm curious about the other one though, the fully electric one. Right, is that one worth more PP than this car? Was it less PP? Because if it's less PP by default and then still 2,000 horses or whatever, and it's like less PP or whatever, then that could be like really, really insane. Like, because they either need to make it so that black electric cars are used way less, the PP value or whatever, And I don't know how technically that car in front is technically faster than us. I mean, we're still fast on the straights here, but you can see there, the only reason why we got some extra speed here was because, the thing. They almost catch them at that point. Yeah, the question is, do we need to come in on this lap? It looks like we're gonna have to and stuff that, so yeah. And it feels a bit sad because I know that there are cars that can do way better than this still, like, so that it's like, because I'm trying to find, okay, like, what's the use for you? What's the use for using you, right? Or is it, use this in no PP limit races because that just feels like, okay, that's just bad. It's just that this is so much slower when it's out of battery and stuff that's just like why. Stuff that, Because then what's the point? Because, but this can be Gear 1 cars. And stuff that we saw on that other lap there where we went up against, It's crazy how fuel efficient we are though. I think it's considered. I mean, if they would need to pit and I wouldn't need to pit, then that would be really, really good for us. Because I think they will eventually run fuel saving as well, because I think the opponents can actually run fuel saving as of that. Okay, I need to remember where the thing is, by the way, the pit lane. Can we make it one more? I'm not taking the risk. We probably could have done one more lap. I think we could have. But I'm pretty certain 100% that we could have made one more lap there, as you can see there. That we could have made one more lap. And that also gives us 4. I think that we still come out at 10th position is very good, but yeah. Again, right, if this begins raining, for example, and we can continue on using like sports hard, and that would be really good. Right, and in worst cases, we just need to change the thing to like the traction control. At most, like, you know, depends on how much it starts raining, of course. And if you have settings, then like post them in the blog if there is a specific setting you manage to like win with, you know, and stuff that on a specific state. It's like any of the like the money farming state is like not a custom race or anything, right? But you know, and maybe that's what you're meant to use this for. You set this up in the custom race because maybe this is better than the Tomahawk you have set up, you know. Except you can change its gearbox. So, you know, I don't know. But I feel like that's why they did that, to not allow it to get the gearbox. I mean, we all know if it begins raining, then yeah, it's really beneficial for us, like, because we don't need to change into wets. Intermediates, but they will need to change. We probably could have gotten 1 extra lap last time and stuff that, you know. So keep that in mind. Now, of course, keep in mind, of course, also that, for example, like using racing hards over like sports hard. It's a big difference. Stuff that, yeah. Because maybe with less horsepower, we could still have had a car that would have been fast enough. Stuff that to beat them. That maybe you use new setup that is different and stuff that, and maybe less horsepower. Stuff that, because then you can just run without fuel saving at all. Right, because if we could find out, for example, that we can do all 10 laps without pitting. If we could reach that point, so we could do 10 laps without pitting, that would basically be the setup we would want to try and reach, if possible. But then, of course, if it rains on the track, though, then using racing hards would be really bad. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But yeah, maybe set up like racing mediums then, because we will still be faster with racing mediums and racing softs. But definitely hoping they will pit eventually and stuff like that, because if they can do this like pitless and stuff that, and I had to pit, you know, then it's like really bad. Okay, someone is pitting, but they're further back, so that's not beneficial. I mean, I know that there's a good Le Mans game out and there's another good racing game coming out and stuff that, but yeah, you know. But, you know, I wish Microsoft would skip the whole thing with the Force. I can understand, like, oh, you want the Microsoft account. But, you know, like, it's just like, why not? You know, I suppose that you theoretically cannot drive the game offline because it's always online, right? I feel like, well, I don't know how races work in that. If if it's just like you don't race bots, you always race real players, because that will also feel like really, really bad if that's the case. Okay, I mean, if we can catch this guy at least, then we're going to be 4th place and stuff that, yeah. Okay, let's go boundary mount. What is usually what I go for, like when I go for the I'm hoping he's gonna win like the Nations Cup. I always hope for France and stuff like that, right? You know, Spain is just so good. But sometimes I feel they used to do the wrong pit strategy and stuff like that. Like that time with the Red Bull when they didn't start on like softs or whatever, right? Because it was just a big advance for everyone that started on softs and stuff like that. So yeah. So maybe, right, we're gonna be like, what, 7? And then we go in, and then we should be able to use power 1 for the rest of the race. If that is the case. And I would want to show off some of the other cars, because I did get the Afila, and the Afila was actually really, really good. The Afila was shocked because I did use it in the 4-wheel drive thing, or whatever else you could actually use the Afila in that. Not the prototype one, but the newer Afila one, which is a free car as well. And I don't know why the Afila cars are free and stuff there, but it feels like a good, like, you know, really, really good thing, because it is electric. But the thing that I was surprised with that is how much it gets like an extra kick or something like that. It feels like when you drive it, you know, and stuff that, you know, so, you know. But yeah. Okay, so someone is doing a pit stop. So I mean, it's good. Because the pit stop does take a long time to do on this track, of course, obviously, as I have said. The question is there only going to be one car that pits now? Okay, so only he is pitting. But I might even get ahead here, even though I'm that much further back, because the pit lane is really lengthy on this stage. Okay, he only filled up to 91. But then we can get at least one more lap. At least. I think I pitted too early before last time, and basically I didn't run with the fuel saving on lean from the very, very start, which we should have done. But you can see there's a big lap time difference there, but still. So we still came out after them and stuff that, but yeah, you know. Again, I'm curious though, if we can get, like, if it's possible to go set up with this, so that we can do this race without any stops at all. Stuff that, then maybe the race right, you know. I kind of wish that you could train on the stage, like a practicing, so that you could simulate the race, so you can see, okay, like this is my 5 fuel consumption, so you can see, okay, like this is where I would need to be. This is how fast I can go, this is how fast I can go without the battery and stuff that. Used, you know, so that you can test. So that you can test settings like, okay, how good is this? How many laps can I get? And stuff that, you know. I mean, maybe we have to hope that more cars are going to pit and stuff that, you know. Yes, if we do lose a lot in the corners and stuff that, yeah. Anything right, because you want to get to a point where you can use power on one, basically, where you don't have to sacrifice any of your power whatsoever. That would be the important thing, and I know that I can win this because I've won this many times in other cars, but you want to basically always find something where you can easily do the whole stint without any pit stops, or maybe at maximum one pit stop, whatever. The fact that they're gaining over this car is very, very silly, all things considered, you know. Yeah. Now hopefully we can make it one more lap and stuff that, you know. Again, I don't know with racing halts how much extra we would need to reduce our horsepower by. Stuff that, so yeah. Because, yeah, I mean, if there's no chance that it will ever rain on this stage, then, you know, okay, there's no way that we will have the fuel to do one extra. Which is a bit sad, needing like one extra pit stop. I'm waiting for this to reach 0.9 before I change into the full power, basically. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not the pit lane right now. It's the pit lane, by the way. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, right? When it's pit lane. Yes, yeah, here it is. The fact that we need to pit again is so fucking stupid. Okay, and we need it for 4 laps, but we will see if it changes now automatically. So yeah, you know, maybe we need a full tank. Fuck your Biden. 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 Okay, I don't know if that's enough actually for. We will see. Okay, I mean, we still can, and then of course we get pit lane cross thing. I want to see how quick we are with power 1 here. Because here's the thing, right? If we could have driven power 1, even if that would have been more pit stops, if power 1 is enough to catch the rest and get like first place, for example, like, I know that will maybe be a dream because we're 1:10 behind. But we will see here like how fast are we with power 1 here. It's not going to update very often at all. Yeah, we are gaining a lot here. Because this is without using up the extra battery there even. Okay, 109 now. 108. 107. 106. 105. 104. Yeah, that's actually pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie, actually, that's 105. Can we get under a minute of behind? This question. How quick are we actually? 104. I can see one of the cars go definitely from Cats number 5 here. I mean, because the thing is, like, if we can run with power 1, even if we could get to a point where, oh, we only have like 270 or whatever as top speed, that would still allow us to hit Cats, other drivers, so that. And someone is pitting, that means that we're gonna get a lot here, all of a sudden. Yeah, because the guy, Kawakami, is actually way slower, so that as well. Almost 300. More people pitting. And they're doing their own pit stop and stuff like that, so that is very good for us. And I think that Kawakami is gonna have to pit again also at some point, also, you know. Okay, he's pitting. That's actually very good for us. So, I mean, can we chase the lead on? I mean, this would be insane if we could still like come first place and stuff that. I don't think so, because we're using up way too much fuel and stuff that. We will probably need to be pitting again if we did that, you know, stuff that. Yeah. But I mean, if we use this strategy from the very start, we, for example, got up to first place, and we got a big enough lead, even if you need to pit, you know, and stuff that's the thing, right? Because you need something like 30 or 40 seconds or whatever, I think, to safely be able to pit and still come out in first place. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely catching at least one more car here, and if the car comes in, we're going to jump a lot there in terms of like how far we are after. We're probably going to jump down to at least 50 seconds then. So 4 is there, 3, 2, 1, yeah, so you can see how slow he's moving on the map comparison to how quick we are moving. And I think we can make it to the black and still have like 1.0 left in fuel. No, I don't think so. I'm trying to fuel save here just so that maybe we can get I want to see how close we can get first before we pit. Because now we're losing speed here. Yeah. Now I think we can switch to 1 and still make it to the pit. It was a bit scary. Not gonna lie how scary that was. As you can see, you just need to do way more pit stops. It's not already very obvious when you need to pit. Because that looks like another pit there to the side and stuff that they used to have like an old pit or whatever. We don't even need to go full here, but I'm gonna put in extra here. So for that was be safe because we saw like what we only got like 2 laps or whatever, right? Which was really bad. They say that should be how much you need, but I don't trust that at all. I'm gonna go full here actually. I imagine if that would have given us full battery, then we would have been able to catch everyone. Most of that, like, without any problem at all. I mean, maybe we could hope that there are gonna be cars that are gonna pit, not just behind me, or whatever, you know. Okay, that's 5th place still. Okay, come on, ludicrous speed. I mean, 5th place is still going to be a decent amount of money still, you know, but still, you know. But still, you know, I mean, yeah. The thing is basically like, as long as, for example, as you saw there, it activated the battery there, what was left of the battery, it wasn't much, but still. It just almost shoots us up to 300. But then the main problem is that it's braking here, so that, you know. Okay, so they're going to come in on the final lap there soon. See that. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it seems that 1 is way far ahead of the rest of them. If they're not doing a pit now, they're never going to pit on the last lap or whatever. Oh, that was bad. Maybe not. But I'm curious with racing halts though how much we will need to go down in terms of points. Because the main problem is yes, we have needed to pit way too often. That's really what has hurt us a lot. Yeah, it's almost 40 minutes. Whatever, it's going to be over 40 minutes and stuff like that, but yeah. But there are calls that you can make this like take less than 40 minutes or whatever, right? But still, you know. But I'm still curious, right? Because, you know, because again, if you use power one, you will still get a lot of power even if you reduce your horsepower by a lot. And stuff like that. And maybe if we reduce our horsepower a lot, maybe then our fuel lasts longer, so maybe the battery lasts longer. Stuff like that, that's also a thought. Because if using racing halts can make up a battery last a really long time, and that would be a huge difference. Because the longer battery lasts, of course, the longer we have like that with really high speed and stuff like that, yeah. You see there how much we're taking in there, but that is because it again activated there, the battery there. Now, if there was a button combination you could hold in just to keep filling up the fuel, you know, or the battery or whatever, right? You know. And I know that you can see that I've gotten first place on this before and stuff that, you know, but still, it's like, you know, I know that there are several cars that you can easily like do it in and stuff that, because yeah. The question is though, could you technically set up the Red Bull car to do this? Is the question, the Red Bull one. Like the F1 car. Because I know that the F1 car is really, really quick and stuff like that. It would have been insane, of course, if I don't know again if it can rain on the stage or not, you know, and stuff that, yeah. I feel like 5th place is still gonna be respectable though, you know, and stuff that, you know. And now, of course, now they will drive a whole lot slower, so now I'm gonna catch. Of that, because once they pass the goal and the speed that they travel at is going to be limited. I see that was almost not enough. So imagine if you would have used gotten the necessary fuel there and stuff that would have never been enough and stuff that, you know, which is absolutely crazy. I wish there were a night race on this stage, whatever, right? Because this stage looks so cool when it's like lit up like this, and you only get to enjoy that for a short time. I still think that that's pretty decent though, cash price. And clean race bonus, but we're just still $144,000. Still decent enough, I think. Just select retry, even though so car settings. If we change the racing hearts, okay, so 900 or less. Okay, 900 or less. How much lower is that? To get to 900, can we even get to 900? We cannot, because I don't want to add weight. Spot soft though. How much can we add? Yeah, we can have 1,308 horsepower with sport softs. Let's try this. Let's set that to 1. See, here's the thing, right? There's also a strat where you quote unquote, where you go up to first place, you race, you try and get first place, and then we change stuff. Because, hey man, if this is quick enough to, for example, take first place, if this makes us quick enough to where we can easily just go and get the first place, then that's going to be good. There's the KT1. And this, of course, because of the battery again still, but you know. Because I want to see how long does it take us for us to catch them. You know. Because obviously, right, power 6 isn't what we would want to be using and stuff that, you know. There's the thing also that if we are that much quicker than they are, for example, like if we can, I don't really know even how quick our first time is going to be. Like if we can be under 4 minutes, like 3 minutes, 30 seconds, then that would all of a sudden be a very, very big difference. Stuff that. Because if we could use power 1, we can use power 1 for an entire race. And like things are going to be very, very different. And stuff that, you know. So that's the thing I'm hoping for, that we're gonna like be able to catch actually the leader and stuff that, because we are so much faster as long as we have the battery and stuff that. Which maybe this strategy works then, because we are way faster than normal, of course, early on in our race. Because yeah, technically we were faster before, because we have less horsepower now, but now we're on softs instead. No, and that will make us like consume less fuel. That's absolutely insane how quick we are now going. As long as we don't lose too much there, it's good. But again, so what I'm curious about is how much further ahead we can get if we are using power 1 once we catch the leader, right? Because if we can get 30 seconds, then it doesn't matter if we need to pit. They don't need to pit. right, and we do it in 3 minutes 33 seconds, which is absolutely insane time. That's very, very good. The question is also how long does it take for us to reach them? But will we reach them in just a few corners? Will we reach them on the straight? Like when do we reach first place? Right. Because if it's true that it's almost like 2 more laps of this speed, like lap 4, if lap 4 means pit, then that's because we are going to get first place in this, even though they're 40 seconds ahead. Because I do think that we have enough on the battery. Look at the speed, man. It seems like we are actually consuming way less of the battery and stuff that, because, I mean, if we could make the battery last a really, really long time, or that we consume less than we use or whatever, right? Maybe. See, third place. First place is up ahead. Then the question is how long of a distance can we build up? Also take the lead. Okay, so why are you so quick? Because both of them are in the kit in this move, kit 500. And I know that you can win this with, I think this is the one where you can use the Formula car and go down to 900, which is insane. But then that probably means that okay, so now we're without the battery, so we can still go in 260 miles per hour. It's still good. That's kind of what I was hoping for actually, but again, this depends on a few things, because if we need to pit already, I think this might be bad. But if we can make it one more lap, if we can make a full, one more full lap basically, then that's going to be really, really good for us. I know they catch us a lot there because we didn't lose a lot of speed there. At least we didn't do that corner wrong there for once. How close are we to the goal? We are very close actually, most of that, so we might actually have enough fuel to make it one more, because the pit lane isn't too far. That is pit lane. Yeah, that's gonna be enough fuel, I think. If you are very careful with the fuel here. See? Yes. Oh, I think we're getting rain. Hello, rain. We're getting rain. Oh, blessed be thy rain. Bless rain. And it's gonna be really good because they're gonna need to do that thing. Also traction control, by the way. Yeah, traction control is 100. But we're gonna have to I'm keeping a close eye on this though. And it's a bit sad that they can still take me here and stuff that, you know. because I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, like, where is this car used for? And stuff that, and, you know, like, you know, because again, there's a limit to how low your PP you can get on it and stuff that, you know. Okay, now we took the lead again. So that, but maybe we can force them to have to do a pit. It's happened to the rain. Okay, there's only that is very, very mild rain though. Like that, we don't even feel that. Which way, like, we should actually get some slipperiness, I feel like, you know. The question is how far we're gonna get before we get 0.1, or, you know, few left. Let's put it down to 2 though. Is 0.3 going to be enough to be at the now 0.4? 0% that's there, 7%. 0.4 I think is going to be enough. 6% still. 5% actually. Yeah, putting that on the lowest there. 4% fuel left. Oh, it kicked in the extra battery there, that was actually very good. It did. Wow, we made it for once. It's actually very good. 2% fuel left. Percent fuel left still. 1% fuel. Please. Hit this next corner. Set this to 1. Ow. I don't think that counts as breaking the pit barrier. Softs. And full tank. Full tank. Let's go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Storm the front. I'll probably not upload the clips today, by the way, because it's getting late and stuff that I will probably need to eat afterwards, you know, stuff that's, yeah. So I'm sorry for that. Okay, so where do we come out? Okay. It is still rain, but it's not that much, really, to be honest. Yeah, that's a bit sad. The rain effect is way stronger than we could have. Like, because we could force them to do a really big stop and things into intermediates. Sometimes that is good because then you can see, okay, like, what is happening. Because that's only the second tier. It's the third tier, really, that's when you start feeling it. That's where the intermediates, like the blue one, basically, if it's a blue color, then it's intermediates. It also depends on the track. Of course, they might still get forced to actually drive slower and stuff that could still be a thing that's going on. So we made 3 laps without needing to pit and stuff that, you know, so yeah. Again, you can see how much it's hurting his speed not having the battery and stuff that, and I feel like having an LMP car or having like even a Gear 1 car be based on that feels like it's really, really bad, because it's just like, oh, go barely like 200 or like 150 miles per hour maybe, 240 maybe, whatever it is, right? 230 there, oh man, but it's like it's not going quick. 240, oh, can we reach 250? Oh, come on, but I think that's when it went in. I think it used some of the battery again. So no more silly rain, I think. Sad. It could be so beneficial if we would have gotten proper rain. You see it went up to 270 there because it did use some of the battery power there. So you have basically that battery window in the beginning when you're using this car, which, I mean, that feels good, right? And stuff that, but it's just like, you know. Right, it either needs to be that there needs to, basically, it must be that they're planning to do LMP1 races or proper LMP1 races where you can actually use the full power of the car. Stuff that. Or something, you know. But the main problem is, I don't know on all the Gear 1 races, prototype races, if the fuel like consumption is always the same. No. Okay, so someone went into pit. Okay. So what is our recording time though? Okay. I mean, this is still going just way faster than normal and stuff that's still, you know. I mean, sure, those times there when we pitted and stuff, that was really, really bad and stuff, yeah. The fact that we needed to fuel save so much. The fact that they're faster than this car, but without this battery, sure, like we have reduced its horsepower by a lot, but then that still feels like the car is way too weak. Like the car shouldn't be this weak without many horsepower, unless it's just that with the battery, your car basically has like an insane amount of horsepower. That would be the thing. Oh, there is darker blue there. I don't know if that is coming to us though. There is like a dark blue area there, as you can see in that rain. I don't know if that's coming here though. I mean, I would love that if that could be the case. Because dark blue would force them to switch fires. I don't think we're gonna get one more lap anyway. Yeah, they just... I mean, we could still theoretically win if that rain would come here. But it seems like it's actually going further away, which is a bit sad. Okay. The question is though with Lean 6, how far would we got, or would we get, rather? Because that's at 6% fuel. It's at 5%. It's a lot. And that is with the fuel saved here. So it's very, very misleading how much fuel that is. I mean, if this could allow us one more lap, which it might do actually, even though it says that, oh yeah, we only have for 0.9. You know, it depends on, again, where's the pit line. Stuff that, you know. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to pit actually. That is where the repeat is, because it looks like you will be able to drive in there. And I think that that was actually the old pit or whatever, or something like that, because that fits weird. They came in as place 6 and Vermont is also pitting, so that's good for us. I mean, it looks really cool, so that's why it's really disappointed and stuff. That's right, because, you know, because I like Corvettes and stuff that I really would like a really good LMP. But then you cannot design it to be like, oh, it's so much slower, you know, without its battery and stuff that, like, you know. Now, if for example, the point cost would get reduced on this, to be exactly 950 pp, for example, even with its full power, then okay, now we would be talking and stuff that, right? Even though it would consume a lot of fuel and stuff that, you know, again, right, you could use like the Power 6 and you could still probably get a few laps in, stuff that, while driving like very quick. So it either needs to be that they're gonna add like special stage 6 and they're gonna add like a version that doesn't have like fuel consumption to it or something like that maybe. Anyway, I hope you all will enjoy this and stuff and like that, you know. And yes, as I said, I won't be uploading this today and stuff that, you know, so I can go to bed at some normal hour and stuff that, yeah, you know. See, but I will be uploading this tomorrow. Yeah. Because really, the reason why I wanted to do this, I wanted to find something easy to use to, and then use, oh, now we can just get like the 1 million credits, so we can